Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman?
Men will waste your life. Men will waste your time.
You know, I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm not married, and I don't have children. And this comes with a sense of judgment.
So yeah, I'm 53, completely single by choice, and also no children by choice.
They're watching their friends, their family appear to move ahead in life, and they feel like they're stuck. And
I have just entered my 10th year of being single.
So I am 33 years old and I am single. I have no children.
Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman? Yeah. And I'll say that again because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. But the feathers need to be ruffled because for all the young women out there, myself included, who felt or have felt or are feeling like they are behind in life because they do not have a husband, they do not have children, did it ever occur to you, my love, that maybe there are better and bigger things that God is trying to do in your life right now? And maybe He wants you to focus on your relationship with Him. That's the man you need to invest into God. Because it's not like I don't ever want a husband and kid. Maybe one day I was always the woman. I'm telling you, my whole life dream and goal centered around a husband and marriage and children. And, you know, God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that maybe God has bigger and better for me waiting. And I don't need the husband and children to get that. Maybe I can do that all by myself with God's help. Men are great, you know, like if you find one that treats you well and makes life better, by all means, babe. And if you are married and if you do have children, I hope that you are living in your blessing, in the blessing that you have prayed for, because that's all we ever want. But I am just trying to encourage the young woman watching this video that has just dreamt and hoped and prayed as a little girl until she grew up to have this husband and kids. And babe, there is so much more in life to that. I promise you. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Okay? So just chill out. But there's a reason why the rich auntie that has no kids is happy, stress-free, and living her best life. Right, because she has no kids.
so this video is for any women who are approaching 30 or who are in their 30s or maybe even older, who are still single, no husband, no children, and they're watching their friends, their family appear to move ahead in life, and they feel like they're stuck and alone and need some encouragement. So I've been in a single season for quite a while now, and I wouldn't say it's been easy, but one of the things that has really helped me is kind of having a shift in perspective and a shift in mindset. Life is short, but life is also very long. And by the grace of God or the universe, if that's what you believe in, you'll get to see many, many more decades, not just your 30s, not just your 40s. And so I think when you put that into perspective, it helps you to realize that this literally is a season. It's a season that you should enjoy. As a society and even in womanhood, we like to tell ourselves that if you haven't hit certain milestones by a certain age, then you failed. And one thing that I've learned from being around plenty of women, friends, family who have hit those milestones is that those things are huge responsibilities. They require so much of yourself. I commend women that are in that position, but at the same time, I really appreciate the fact that I'm not in that position right now. Look at me, I'm here on a Sunday, I'm lying in bed doing absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure my friends who are mums right now are not in bed doing absolutely nothing unless their children are old enough to look after themselves. At the end of the day, it's all about perspective. Use this time to learn more about yourself. Use this time to pick up a hobby. Use this time to explore the world. Use this time to read. Use this time to enjoy the things that you do have in your life, as opposed to focusing so much on the things that you do not have. Because I can guarantee once that partner and those babies come, you will have so little time for yourself, and you're going to wish that you used this time to enjoy your life as it is. Appreciate the fact that you have a little bit longer to get to know yourself. You have a little bit longer to enjoy the things that you can enjoy. It's a blessing being single and having this season to get to know yourself, so take advantage of that. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday in bed because I can, and hopefully I'll post later. Peace.
Hey, this is CJ Benjamin. A little personal message for you today. You know, I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm not married, and I don't have children. And this comes with a sense of judgment from others who believe that I haven't yet fulfilled my destiny, if you will. People who believe that there's a mission that I have, to be married and have children, and I haven't done that yet. So to many people, there's something lacking and something missing in my life. And this message is for you. If you're also in the same boat, if you're 40, in your 40s, almost 40, and you haven't yet got married, or you don't have children, or you don't intend to. So here's what I want you to know. When people meet me, it's one of the first questions I get. Are you married? Do you plan on getting married? Do you have children? Are you dating? People are very interested in my relationship status. Nobody asks if I'm healthy, if I'm happy, if I'm fulfilled, if I have a good life, if all is going well. But my relationship status seems to be at the top of the priority list as far as questions are. And I don't blame people, nor do I get angry with people, because I understand that this comes from centuries of expectation of a woman and of people at our age. So I understand that for many people, I have not yet done what I'm supposed to do, which is get married and have children. And here's what I want you to know. I'm not lacking in any department, my friends. I'm very happy, I'm very fulfilled, and I'm very content. Do I believe in relationships? Absolutely. I believe that relationships are important, they're crucial. I believe that we're not meant to be alone necessarily. I believe that having a partner is wonderful. If you're with the partner that builds you, if you're with a partner that complements you at the level of your soul, if you're with somebody that really connects with who you are and doesn't change who you are. So that's wonderful. If you have that and if you can find it, great. Being alone does not mean we're unhappy, does not mean that we're sad and that we're looking online all day trying to find somebody. I'm not looking for anything in particular right now. I have a really good life and I'm very happy and successful. And here's something else. I've worked incredibly hard for the life that I now enjoy. My life is read like a novel. There have been incredible highs, but even worse lows. And all of that has helped me to be shaped into the woman that I am today. The woman that I am today is self-made. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into who I've become. Nobody's done it for me. No one's handed it to me. And there is no man that has provided for me. Not that it's wrong if a man provides for you, but I've done this on my own. And I'm incredibly proud of myself. So I'm not lacking. Don't be worried about me. I'm really, really good. And when the time comes that I do want to settle down with somebody, it would be because I'm ready for that at that time in my life with the right person. It's very important for me to stress that. So I thought I'd share this for everybody else who feels less than in the company of your married friends, who feels less than when you're with your friends who have children, because they might make you feel less than because you don't have it. We each have our own path. I'm on my own path in this world, and that's not shaped and colored by anybody else's experience or anybody else's expectations of me. So I'm sharing this. It's very personal. It's very bare, but I'm quite transparent with you. But know that I'm happy. Happiness is the pursuit of life, I believe, more than anything. Some of us are in relationships where we're deeply unhappy, troubled. Some are in relationships where you're being abused and you stay because you don't want to upset the delicate barrel of your life by letting people know that the marriage is unhappy, that the relationship is not good. So we stay and we put on a facade and we pretend. I don't want to pretend for anything or anybody. Some people are in relationships where you're with the wrong person, but you'd rather be with the wrong person than dare to be alone. It's not cold being alone. Sometimes it's what you need to build you before you're ready for the person that gets to meet this new you. The you that can stand on your own feet and be your own woman without anybody else. So if this means something to you, if you connect with this, drop me a message. Remember always, you come first. My name is CJ Benjamin, always in the mood to make it right.
So yeah, I'm 53, completely single by choice, and also no children by choice. Love my life, have incredible friends. And travel is the secret to my happiness. I do not wait around for some man to show up to travel with me or to explore places with me. I do it on my own and have so much fun, and usually take friends with me, meet friends wherever I go. It's the secret to my personal happiness. So if you're out there whining and complaining that you can't find a guy and your life is not worth living, then you better knock it off and rethink the way you're living your life, because you got one shot, babies. So have fun and enjoy it while you can, single or not.
This message is for the single ladies who are not yet married. This is for you. I just want to advise you as a single girl. And this was the same advice I wished I got as a young girl. So I'm going to advise you, and I'm going to tell you something I wished somebody told me while I was growing up. You're a beautiful young girl. You are in 16, 17 years to 18. You already have access to phones. You're already on TikTok, Instagram, and different social media network. I want to tell you something as a young, beautiful girl. Men will waste your life. Men will waste your time. If you are in your 20s, a man should be the least of your problem. If you are in your 20s, that is the best time to chase your dreams and chase your careers. When your parents are still responsible for you, when your parents can still cater for you and pay your school fees, it is time for you to begin to discover that thing you love to do. It's called passion, it's called talent. If you do not discover it on time and you start sleeping around, you would have the wrong orientation to life. As a young girl, I want to tell you something. I know you would have been hearing a lot and seeing a lot on Instagram, but let me just tell you one simple truth. Send this message to all the young girls that you know. Men will not give you anything without using you. And at your age, you are still innocent, beautiful, and intelligent. It is at the age, this peak of 16, 17, 18 in your 20s, that you have the power to create, innovate. The social media have given you that platform that we cannot wait to see the young people do magic. There is so much inside of you that you can do. But the moment you start sleeping with a man, you will get distracted. The reason why some of us did not find our vision on time was because we started having sex on time. I started having sex when I was 15 years old. Yes. The man I was having sex with me when I was 15 years old was the man who married me when I was 18 years old. And I divorced him when I was 21 years old. He took away my youth. I didn't grow up. I didn't explore. I was stuck to one man that I was lucky enough that he married me. But there was so much I lost because I have been a passionate person right from time. After I divorced this man at 21, I had to start battling child custody. It took me a while. But by the special grace of God, I was able to recoup all the years that I have lost. And that's why sometimes when I talk, sometimes people don't even believe I'm 33 years old. Because I have survived what a lot of 52 to 70-year-old women cannot survive. So I am telling you out of experience, the moment you start sleeping around with a man, your dreams will begin to die. Your head become numb. You will no longer be able to reason. You can't think. And the easiest and the fastest way to make money is as a young person, because your brains are still sharp. It's still very innovative. It's still very enchanting. But the moment you start flirting around with men and somebody starts to tell you that man, and you begin to have this mindset that it has to be a man, these men will use you. I am telling you with every authority that there is nothing you want as a woman that you cannot get with or without the man. You don't have to sleep around. You're still very young to start your life with sex. At your young age, it should be your brains. Because when you have not started sleeping around, there'll be so much creativity, innovative things in your head. You will have a lot to pen down. You will have big dreams. But the moment you start sleeping with a man as a young girl, these dreams will begin to die. Your narratives will begin to change. You will begin to feel like if it is not a man, I cannot survive. And that is the birth of prostitution that you have seen around the streets today. A lot of young girls were not born prostitutes, but because they had the wrong orientation growing up, somebody would have told them that if you no follow man, no, you no go feel blue for this life. And one woman who wants to use her life experience to teach you that you don't need to follow man to blow. I use it as a bragging right. As controversial and as crazy as I might seem on the internet, you see sleeping around, I don't do that stuff. Everything you see me do on the internet, I do it and I'm paid. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm being paid. If I raise my head right now, I'm being paid. And the amount of money that they pay me in dollars, I don't think a man can pay me that kind of money in a night if I'm a prostitute. I had to walk myself to this point that I can be sleeping in my house. I can just stay on Facebook now and just do like this without saying a word, and I'm gonna be paid. There's so many ways to make money. Don't let these people deceive you. Don't let them clown your mind and tell you that if there is no man, that's a lie from the pit of hell. I got to this point of my life with my brains. A lot of men are so attracted to me because the first thing they say is, "Blessing, you're intelligent." It is my intelligence that attracts men to me before my body. It's just recently when I started playing on social media, twerking or, just catching fun that people started looking at my body. Initially, men don't look at my body. They look at my brains. If I talk, they are wondering, who said this? How old are you? I'm 33. You're like, 30 what? You sound like a 40, 50-year-old woman experience. And that's why I'm using myself as an example to tell you that you shouldn't mess your life up. There is life outside a man, and you will survive, and you can survive outside a man. Don't let society brainwash you so that you don't start messing up your life at an early age. This is the time to build, to find your passion, to be innovative. It is now. Because when a man comes into your life, there are distractions. Why am I talking to the women? Women, we are at the receiving end. Anything that happens today, society will blame you. Especially if you're in Nigeria or in Africa. We don't have laws that protect us. So you have to protect yourself. The reason why people like us sit down here every day to talk is because we understand that there is no law that protects women. So we talk so that you can protect yourself, so that you can avoid some certain things. Most of you have gotten into trouble out of ignorance. And that's the reason why I'm sitting down here to remind you that, beautiful girl, your dream is valid and you don't need any man or to pat your leg for any man to be able to get to where you're going to. Just find your vision, find your talent, find that thing that you love to do. The social media, there is so much money to be made here just as a content creator. There are lots of little children that are 8 years, 3 years. See how their parents are struggling to put them on social media now. Imagine you that already have a talent. Social media is the new oil money. Everybody's watching you. They might not say a word, but they are watching you. One day, you would see the true meaning of hard work. Like I used to say, legit they pay. The only thing we say, legit they take time. I wish you all the best. And trust me when I say, when you do something right, you would always be at peace with yourself. I wish you good luck. And trust me when I say, you go blow if you are consistent. Just master your craft. Leave the rest for God. I love you.
So I am 33 years old and I am single. I have no children. Um, my friend was over today. She's 32 years old, same, single, no children. We were talking about life. We did our vision boards and we were just thinking and reflecting on where life has taken us and why some things didn't work out. And if I could go back in time and tell younger me something, it'd be like, todo pasa por una razón. Everything happens for a reason. And everything makes sense now that there was like breakups that happened. There was jobs that didn't work out. There was houses that didn't work out. And now I find myself in this peaceful time in my life where I am so grateful to be here today and just everything that I have, like everything just makes sense now. And we were both reflecting on what is the point of life. We were talking about like wills. I know it got really dark, okay? Okay, not dark, but deep conversations. We were talking about the meaning of life and what is the meaning of life. Because sometimes I catch myself saying like, what's the point of going to this 8 to 5 and what's the point of doing this? But thankfully, I found my passion, which is podcasting, and I feel like it gives me something to keep me busy, and it keeps me inspired, and it keeps me motivated. But for a long time, I didn't have that, and I went through a lot of stuff throughout my 20s, and finally I have peace at 33. It took a while, but I got here, and I'm so proud of myself for getting here. But one thing that I need to work on this year is getting outside and making more joyful moments and just connecting with people, because I feel like the pandemic took a lot of time away from us. If I could get back my 3 years from the pandemic, I would, to be 30 again, because I feel like there's a lot that I missed out on. But what I'm trying to say is that life is short and we have to find those joyous moments. Like, what gives you joy? Because you never know if tomorrow is your last day. And I just wanted to share that because it really opened up my eyes. Like, we were talking, I'm like, oh my God, I need to get outside. Because this year I've spent a lot of time being a little antisocial queen at home. Yes, I know, even though I have the podcast, like, I spend a lot of time at home because I'm always working on the podcast. And when I'm not working on the podcast, I'm at my 8 to 5. So this year, I'm going to make it a priority to have some human connection. I do I know it sounds terrible. It sounds like I don't go outside. I do, but I need to do it more because I'm getting a little too comfortable being home. And if I want to think, like, let's say like I'm about to die and my life is flashing before my eyes, I don't want it just to be me sitting on the couch on my laptop watching 90 Day Fiance or any reality TV show, because I'm a reality TV show junkie. I want it to be like events or like connections with people. So anyways, if you have forgot that life is short, this is your reminder that life is short. So go do what you want and meet some people.
I have just entered my 10th year of being single, which is kind of crazy to believe. Last time I was in a relationship, I was 27, and I'm 37, about to be 38 in a couple months. And yes, I've had some situationships, dating, and things like that in the last 10 years, just nothing that has turned into a real relationship. And I just want to talk about that. Being on this app, I have realized how not alone I am in this. I see people all the time who are in a similar position. I'm also have never been married, nor do I have kids. And I see a lot of people that are the same as me, or even that have never had a boyfriend or girlfriend. They're in their 20s or 30s. And I think it's just a really weird time for dating and relationships. And it's a weird thing to navigate with a lot of different emotions. And I think it's good to have a conversation about it. So I'd love to hear any stories you have about yourself in the comments, but sometimes I wonder if it's just me or because I've been single for so long, it's just harder because I see other people, you know, in my life or people that I know that constantly, you know, break up and then they're soon after in another relationship, and it's no judgment on them. I feel like it's important to take time to be single. I don't know that I needed this long, but it's definitely a roller coaster of emotions. I really enjoy my life. I travel a lot. I do things that I want to do. I have great friendships and close connections, and I feel a lot of love around me in many different ways. I do still look forward to finding a partner in life, but I feel like it just makes it so much harder to date now because giving that up would be hard, and I really have overcome a lot of trauma. I'm not perfect. I still have healing to do, as we all do, but I've come a long way, and I think that also makes it harder because you also want somebody else that has done the work on themselves. I think I find it hardest to find people like on the same wavelength as me. Like I've either met people who just want to go in like full heart, I don't even know this person, you know, and that get like too intense right away, or ones that just won't even commit and won't even, you know, take any action, won't communicate, stuff like that. So I feel a little stuck. I'm not interested in dating apps at the moment. I've used them on and off over the years. I enjoy socializing, but I don't really love going out all the time. I'm kind of a homebody. Like I said, I do travel a lot, so there's kind of networking and I meet people that way, but I meet more women just in the industry that I'm in than I do men. So yeah, I'm still hopeful it can happen, but I'm just putting it out there. If you're the same, I'd love to connect and hear from you and hear your stories. I think hearing other people that are in the same position really helps a lot. And seeing that, that we're not alone in this. There's a lot of people struggling, or it's not to say that you're struggling, like two things can be true at once. You can be happy in your single life and also want somebody to come in and want a partnership and want connection. It's normal, it's human nature. I think it's still important not to settle just to settle though. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what 2025 holds for myself, and hopefully for all of you out there too, that there's more love and just a lot of beautiful connections to be made this year.
Hi friend, happy new year. Welcome to 2025. We thank the good Lord for that, and I have missed you guys. It's been a while, so anyhow, join the comment section down below and join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this topic, because I'm very eager to read your comments down below in the comment section. You know, I enjoy reading your comments and I always do, so make sure you join the conversation. And while at it, please share with us what you have been doing in your waiting season. Have you added some value? Have you gone back to school? Have you learned new skills? What have you been doing as you wait on God to bring you your perfect guy? Okay, as you're doing that, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Till next time, God bless. Thank you for 1K. I love you so much. Mwah. Bye.